We're going to look at something today called Object Snap Tracking. Now, I want you to use this as much as possible and right from the start. I think it is one of the best things to happen in AutoCAD since they put the draw a line command in there. Some places don't want you to use it because they don't understand it, but we're going to look at it today. Okay, and object snap tracking works along with our O snaps. Okay, so the object snap tracking down here is the one next to O snap. So we want O snaps on. Okay, the running O snaps I have on are the endpoint, midpoint, center, geometric center, quadrant, intersection, perpendicular, and tangent. Okay, so I want that on. The next to it is object snap tracking, and I want that on. Now I'm going to draw this object here. There's two views of it. I'm going to draw it over here. Now I'm going to start off and I'm going to go and draw a line. Now I'm just going to start right here. I can start anywhere. I'm going to drag it this way and I'm going to go 3.5. Okay, that's that distance. I'm going to go straight up 2.75. Okay. All right, so far so good. Now I want to come, and this top line is going to be at the exact line up with the endpoint of that one. So I can use my object snap tracking for that. Okay, while I'm got the rubber band there, okay, if I go down here and hover at that endpoint, don't click on it, just hover, you'll see it says endpoint. Once I do that, okay, and I move it again, you'll see a little dotted green line, okay, right there. That is going to automatically line that top line up. So I can click anywhere. I can go back up to here, but I can click anywhere and it's going to line those two up. Then I could go down the bottom, okay, and I could pick this endpoint or perpendicular. Since it lined up exactly, I can put it right there. Okay, that is so much easier. Now I'm going to draw a circle, okay, and if you look here, it is exactly in the middle of this. Okay, now I could do a couple of different things. I could draw a line from the corner to corner and then put it in the midpoint of there. I could draw a line from here to midpoint, put it there. Okay, excuse me, using my object tracking, I can even make it easier. Okay, that is a 1-inch diameter. I'm going to go in the 1-inch, or I'm going to go in the circle center and diameter. And I'm just going to hover at the midpoint until it says midpoint. See, I got a green line. I'm going to go over here and hover on this one. Notice that green little tick stays up top, and I go midpoint again. Now I'm going to drag it over here, and where they meet, where those two green lines meet, that is that exact midpoint to midpoint. I can then type in 1 for the center. Okay. Now I could have also, offset this one and offset that one, but this is so much easier. Now I'm going to draw this side view, and when you say how easy that is, I'm going to draw a line. Okay, I'm just going to hover on this point here. I'm going to drag it over this way, and that way it'll always line up. So I'm going to click on that. So that's where it's starting. I'm going to drag it to the right. I'm going to put 0.26. Now it's going to come up and line up with this one. I'm going to go there, line it up there, and I want to line that top line up with that one right there and there. It doesn't get any easier than that. Okay, that is really, 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 really great stuff, and I do want you to use that as much as possible and get used to it. It's a little weird at first, but it is worth the price of admission. Circle over here, that's 0.25 in diameter. It's a 1/4 inch from here to here and a 1/4 inch down. Now I could do that a couple of different ways. I could go in here to offset, and I can offset that 0.25. Click here, offset there, circle center and diameter, find the intersection of those two, and type in 0.25. Then I would have to delete that line and delete that line. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But we can use a much easier way using our object snaps. Okay, if I go in here to draw a circle, okay, up here in my object snap, you'll see snapped from. I can also hold my shift button down and you'll see from. What from is going to do is allow you to pick a spot, and then we can draw relative from that spot. So we know if we pick this endpoint, okay, that circle is going to be 0.25 over and 0.25 down. Notice it says down here from base point. I click on that endpoint. Now you'll see it says offset. Now I have to use the at command to tell it that it is relative to that spot. And I'm going to go in the X direction, 0.25, comma. Now I have to go in the Y direction. Now this is going down, so that is negative 0.25, and hit enter. Now I've got that point, and then it's asking me for my diameter circle, which is 0.25. So much easier. Okay, so that is object snap tracking and using the from in our snaps, snaps.